Hey guys, I'm Michael, the plugin genius from Admix, and today I'm going to be showing you how to apply shaders to Admix in-play banners. So let's go. Admix vision is to make advertising as native as possible, to create the best advertising user experience around. With the shader functionality, you can overlay textures on top of your placements, to immerse ads in your scene to a whole nother level. By default, Admix uses the unlit shader. So depending on what kind of environment you have in the game, you can change those shaders to fit your banner. So for example, I have this New York underground scene. So let's apply a shader to this billboard that I've just placed within this environment. The walls are all cracked, it's not very clean and tidy. So we kind of want to find a shader that can fit this and make our ads blend into the environment as native and non-intrusive as possible. So the first thing you want to make sure you do is download the shader or material and put it in the assets folder. I'm going to be using the Nice Materials Pack Volume 2 for this billboard. So in this materials pack, I have these different kind of materials and textures that I can apply to this billboard. So I have carpet, cloth, concrete, lino, scratched wood, stone tiles, all these different kind of cool textures that can really pop the advertisement out. And then we also have all of the shaders here that are attached to the certain kind of textures that we're going to be using as well. So I'm going to be using this lino texture that really matches the grainy and dark environment of the New York subway. So click on the banner that you have chosen, and in the mesh renderer underneath that there should be a materials tab. You want to click that little arrow there underneath to open up the options that it gives you. Here with the element 0, you have this default 6x5 texture that comes with the placement. You want to go and find your material that you're going to be using, and in my case I'm going to be using the lino texture. So you want to grab this, drag and drop that into the element 0 box right there. So now that's been changed into the texture. Now what you want to do is you want to scroll down to the bottom where you've just placed that, and underneath that you will see a little arrow where it says shader. You want to click that little arrow, and then it will open up all of the editing option box here. Shaders are really cool because you can play around with the different kind of options that the shader provides you. Like for example, with this lino texture, I can play around with the sharpness, the bumpiness of the texture to really mold and make it feel more natural for this. So yeah, we're going to be doing that. If you're having trouble with trying to play around with the true tiling on the shader or texture you want to use, the number that normally works for me is 0.33, and that really scales the tiling of the banner to fit the 6x5 or whatever kind of banner placement you're going to be using in your game. Now all I have to do is hit play, and then when we jump into the scene you will see this banner pop up, and it really kind of fits the environment. So we're going to go and do that now. So here we are, we're in our scene, in our dirty New York underground scene, and see you got some people walking around, and then you got the banner which is at the end of this platform here, and when you get close to it you can see the bumpiness, you can see the dirty kind of vibe of the texture, the shader that we placed on top of the Admix banner, which I feel looks really cool. It super blends in the environment, definitely shows what the banner could really look like in these kind of like dark and dirty environments. So now let's move on to another scene where adding a shader to your banner will add to the environment. So here we have the Toon City scene that I have been using in my previous tutorials. So I'm going to be using this scratched wood texture because it fits the billboards quite nicely and well. So here's the scratched wood texture. So all we're going to do is go into here, much similar, go down to the bottom, and we're just going to drag and drop the scratched wood into the element 0, just like so. And I really like this. I think this is probably one of my favorite shaders because it does really fit nicely and well in this kind of environment. The colors are cool, it's wooden and boarded, so it fits the banner or the billboard that is being placed on. And there you have it, a few examples of how to add shaders to your Admix in-play banners to make them fit the environment. Thank you guys so much for watching this quick tutorial. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more game day reviews, more tutorials, and our very own podcast. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Sweet.